Dave in Armstrong Creek, Wisconsin. Hey, Dave, thanks for watching Free Speech TV. What's up?
Hi, Tom. Thanks a lot for your time today. I wanted to comment on the Supreme Court decision on gay marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, to me, this is such an inconsequential issue compared to the really important ones, and it hardly rates the discussion. However, the media, along with the Christian right, has totally blown it out of proportion. By the way, I do agree with the court's decision. And first and foremost, marriage, whether there's a religious ceremony or not, is a civil legal contract between consenting adults that comes along with a lot of advantages and obligations, and
that's right.
It really has nothing to do with religious freedom.
It can have absolutely nothing to do with religion, period. They're called civil ceremonies.
Yeah. Well, I just want to add that the First Amendment clearly states that every citizen has a right to practice whatever religion they want, but it also emphasizes the separation of church and state.
Right.
In other words, the freedom.
It arguably says we're free from religion, not just.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Establishment Clause.
Right.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing in this court decision that forces any clergy, whatever faith, to perform a marriage ceremony if they don't want to.
No, that's the straw. That's the straw man that Fox So-Called News has been pulling out all week. But it's a lie, as is usually the case.
Right likes to use a lot of quotes from the Bible to illustrate some of these points. But as you well know, this can work both ways. Besides, I've never seen the Bible mentioned anywhere in the Constitution.
Yeah, well, and beyond that, most of the references to marriage in the Bible, if you aggregate them, are not between one man and one woman. Solomon had 700 wives. His father David only had 13 wives, something like that. The rapist gets to keep the woman as his wife. Lot was ended up, I guess, not married. He produced children by his daughters.
Right.
There's, Abraham married his sister Hagar, and she couldn't have a baby, so he sort of married his, her assistant Hagar, his, housekeeper, and she produced the baby that became the lineage of allegedly, the lineage of Arabs. Marriage in the Bible is very rarely one man and one woman, and almost never where the woman has equal rights with the man. Life has changed. Our society has moved forward a lot. We've evolved. We've gotten better and smarter and more competent and more compassionate. And
Well, anyway, personally, I could care less who marries who.
Yeah.
It just doesn't affect my life in any way, shape, or form. And it seems to me just another hot button issue that's going to be pounded to death.
Yeah.
Well, the really important things get ignored. I don't know.
You remember the big meme, and I used to debate these guys, for years on this program, was that if gay marriage passes, then straight marriages will start to disintegrate. And my point was the only straight marriages that will start to disintegrate if gay marriage is passed are the straight marriages like perhaps Larry Craig's, where the former senator who was busted having sex with guys in the men's room in Minneapolis, where you have apparently a sham marriage, or either he's bisexual or he's gay and his wife and he just don't have they're good friends but they don't have sex or something. And those kind of marriages, gay men who are in a phony marriage just so that they can run for Senate, they may end up saying, hey, screw this, I'm going to go with the guy that I really like. But those are few and far between, and they're going to be happier. It's something we should celebrate.
Well, a lot of 50% of marriages don't last anyway.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, and this might add 1% to it for the people who are the horribly deeply closeted, or maybe not. They might have just reached a homeostasis, a balance, where they're just going to keep on going. And I think of one politician in particular who's in the Republican side of the Senate, where everybody just kind of accepts there's something strange, but so what, and I think that's a fine thing. Dave, thank you for the call.